Hey guys, welcome to the next video on shell scripting tutorial for beginners. In this video, I'm going to show you how we can read files using while loop. Now there are several ways of reading files using while loop, and we are going to see some of them. The first way of reading files using while loop is by using input redirection. So we use this while loop skeleton, and after this keyword while, we will use the read command. So just use read and then the variable in which we want to save the content of the file line by line. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we will echo this variable. So just write echo and $p, which is this variable itself. And then if you know file redirection, we use a angle bracket here. So we are going to use this angle bracket and the name of the file, whatever file you want to read. For example, I want to read this file itself, which is my script file hello.sh, right? So I can just write hello.sh, and then this is going to read this file, and then this is going to go here in the parameter p, and then using this echo it's going to read it, right? And what is input redirection? So input redirection is something like this, that wherever the pointing edge of this angle bracket is, the stream of the read content goes to that direction. So the file content inside this hello.sh is redirected to this while loop, right? And then it is read using the read command, and then it's printed using the echo command, right? So let's run the script and let's see what happens. And you can see it prints the content of the file, which is our script itself. Now the second way of reading the file is to read the file in a single variable and then print it. Now if you know pipes, then it's easier for you. So I'm going to just remove this thing from here, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first of all use a cat command. So before this while keyword, I'm going to use cat, and then whatever file you want to read, once again hello.sh, and then I will use this pipe symbol, and that's it. So what's happening here is whatever is the content which is read using this cat command is like an input for this while command, right? So the content of this cat output is like an input to this while loop, and then it's going to read it using this read command, and then it's going to print the content of the file. So once again, let's run the script, and once again you can see the same content is printed. So the first way is by using the input redirection, and second way is to read the file content into one variable and then print it. Now sometimes it's hard to read the files using these two methods, and the problem is some special characters in the file, for example line indentation and other things. So what we can do is, in the last method, is we will use this read commands once again, but we will use the IFS. Now IFS stands for internal field separator, and it is used by the shell to determine how to do word splitting, and that is how to recognize word boundaries, right? So let's see how we can do this using IFS. So we will use the while keyword here, and then in capital use IFS, and then is equal to, and then give a space here. So it's important to note here is that we are not assigning read to IFS, we are assigning a space to an IFS, right? So just give the space between this equal to sign and the read command. And with this read command, we have to use -r flag here, and -r prevents the backslash escape from being interpreted, right? So this flag is going to prevent backslashes escapes from being interpreted, right? And instead of p, you can also use line because it's more descriptive of this method. and just use the line here. Okay, now we are going to use once again input redirection here. So use this angle bracket and then use the file name, for example hello.sh. okay, and let's run the script once again and let's see what happens. And you can see it's printing the content of the file once again. Now if you are confused here, instead of using space here, you can just use in single quotes and a space here like this also. And once again you can run the script and the output will be the same. You can see here, right? So you can do this also, right? And for example, we want to read the file which is there in my etc folder, for example. So let's say what are the content in my etc folder. So I'm going to just ls, for example, etc, and you can see there are several files here, and let's see what we want to read from here. So for example, I want to read the host conf, which is here. This is the host conf. So let me just cat the content of this, and then we will read this file using our while loop. So cat and then etc and then the file name host.conf, and this is the content of this file, right? So we will just copy the path of this file and then paste it here. Okay, and then once again we will run the script and then press it, and you can see the same content is printed, whatever is printed using the cat command, right? So you can use these three methods to read the file using while loop. Now there are some other methods of reading files, for example using file descriptors, and that we will see in the later videos when we will learn what are file descriptors and other things, right? But these are the basic ways of reading the file using while loop. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.